What is up, Full Pack? Today we're going to be reviewing the Minecraft movie with Minecraft in the background. Because why not? Anyway, so yes, I watched the Minecraft movie and I don't know what people are talking about. This movie was it was so good. It was probably one of the best movies I've ever seen, and people are gonna call me glazing, but you guys are just wrong. Right? Okay, I've been playing Minecraft most of my life. I've been playing Minecraft longer than I've been alive, which is crazy to say, but this movie, bro, it was amazing. Now, let's get in. Before we get into the pros, let's talk about a little bit of the cons. There's not really any cons. So let's actually talk about them. Yeah, silence. There's nothing really wrong with the movie. Um, the only thing is that there's people cheering in the theater, which I was prepared for. I'm gonna be honest, but there was also times when they cheered even when a quote didn't happen, which was a little irritating. But like, obviously, it's not a bad thing. If you literally have a theater cheering in your movie, then you're doing something right. You have a good community. That's really the only con. I also wish that they focused a little bit more on the grounded parts of Minecraft. Like actually building. There's quite a bit of building and crafting. But yeah, those are the only cons really. Um, Obviously they have a limited time, so it's like they couldn't just do a movie all about just building because that would be boring for people. Also, it felt more Minecraft Dungeons than Minecraft itself, but I think that was mainly in part because of the primary piglin being the bad guys rather than like a lot of other stuff. Um, so yeah, no cons really, just little minor stuff that doesn't really ruin the movie. Now let's get on to the pros. First off, movie looked fantastic. I don't care what people say about the circular people, and I like that it's like almost a running joke that they're circular people, like they're actual people rather than like the cubed people. So it's an active thing of the lore that they are not cubes. Um, which I don't get why people are so upset about. Like personally, I feel like it would be better. It's better if it's actual people. It also feels a lot more official because like if they animated the entire movie, like what my character looks like right now, I feel like it would just feel like another Minecraft fan animation. But if they have actual actors, then it's not bad. Like it feels a lot more official if it's actual actors. Basically what I'm trying to say is that if it was animated, it would feel like any other Minecraft animation. And I feel like people would complain regardless. Like people would complain about the animation, like, oh, there's so much better animations out there for made by the community, and it's like, dude, there is a lose-lose. People are always gonna complain. Haters are always gonna be a thing. So I feel like this movie having actual people just makes it more of a official movie, in my opinion. But I do understand the argument. But, bro, I also kind of wish that they more leaned into the Ender side of things, because the Ender Dragon is more of a threat than the Piglins. I feel like it should have been like I feel like they should have taken out the Piglins. The Piglins like are almost winning, but then the Ender Dragon comes, and then there's a whole new bad within the movie. I just feel like it's more of a Minecraft Dungeons Minecraft movie than anything. But that's not necessarily a bad thing, because it's still a Minecraft property. And it's still the Minecraft lore. It has the same Minecraft lore. So it's still a Minecraft movie. And I love it. I love this movie, dude. There's nothing really bad to say, really. There's nothing you can really say that's bad about the movie. Like, that's where I'm at right now, is that I really did try to look at this with a like a critic's side of things, and I just could not. There was no bad with the movie. So the movie starts off, by the way, there's going to be spoilers. I'm probably going to put it in the title, hopefully. I'm most likely am going to put it in the title, but the movie starts off with well, it starts off with Steve basically explaining how he got into the Minecraft world, basically all this stuff with how he got the wolf, how he got captured. And the thing that I was kind of expecting was that Steve originally planned to trick the players. I'm just gonna call them players as like the group. Then it cuts to Garrett, the government Garrison, which I feel like he was more of the main character, which is not a surprise because it's Jason Momoa. So like you expect a big name actor to be the main character. It felt like Garbage Man. I'm just gonna call him Garrett. It felt like Garrett and Steve were like the main characters, which, you know, that's fine, honestly. Still a good movie. Just, if they made it seem like the kid was going to be the main character, but it's still not a bad thing. The kid still is, like, a main character. But after we get the backstory of Garrett, it cuts to Henry and Natalie. Natalie, played by Emma Myers. I'm sorry. I'll tone it down, okay? And I don't know honestly, I don't know the other characters' names. I don't know any of the other actors' names. All I know is Jack Black, Emma Meyer, Jason Momoa. That's really it. Jennifer Cottage, which, that's we're gonna get into that later. But Henry and Natalie, which I feel like they're gonna make a second movie, which we're gonna explain that too, by the way, why I think there's gonna be a second movie. But other than obviously the lack of backstory between, or from what happened to Henry and Natalie, I feel like that wasn't explored much, which, again, that's not a critique. Fair, it's a really long movie, or it's a movie with a tight budget. Not tight budget, but you know what I'm trying to say. But we find out that Henry and Natalie's mom, I think she passed away. I think we can all agree that she passed away. And sorry. Basically, Natalie has to take care of Henry as like the caretaker. And then they're just learning to move in, you know. Natalie makes this tater tot dish, and that actually plays a part later on, which I just thought it was a weird thing to focus on, but it makes a lot more sense in hindsight. So they're getting ready for school, or Henry's getting ready for school, Natalie's getting ready for work. She got a gig at the potato chip factory. I don't know if that's supposed to be a reference to something, but it's weird that they focus so heavily on the fact that it was a potato thing. I think it was meant to be a reference to the whole poisonous potato shtick that they did. I think it was last April Fool's, as like a little April Fool's add-on. I think, not 100%, but I'm pretty sure that was a reference to that. And Natalie seemed like she's doing really well until Henry gets bullied at school, and Henry makes like a jetpack. Yeah, Henry makes a jetpack. These a-hole little kids who needs to be punched cut a wire on the jetpack goes flying. It works. It did work, but it crashes into the mascot of the potato chip factory. And yeah, you could probably guess what happens next. And all that happens. He gets in trouble at school, obviously. And then Garrett comes to defend him as like an uncle. Mainly, he got paid out because Garrett just is not a self-sacrificial guy, really. So he had to get paid for it. Played as the uncle. Jennifer Cottage being the principal, by the way, which I thought was an interesting choice. Like, I didn't expect her to be the principal, but yeah, they had to tie her into that stuff somehow. But anyway, Henry and Garrett go back to the arcade. Henry upset at everything. He is about to give up building and like making stuff. Garrett feels bad for the kid, and that's when Henry puts the cube in the crystal thing, and then the crystal guides him to the portal that Steve opened a long time ago. And then they go into the Minecraft world, yada yada yada. Natalie goes after Henry. Yeah, Natalie goes after Henry, and so does I don't remember her name. I'm sorry. I feel so bad. I don't remember her name. They didn't say it enough, but yeah. Then they get pulled into the portal because the cube's pulling them in to the portal. And then, boom, they're in the place. They stand around for too long. It turns nighttime. Monsters crawl out of the depths. Henry builds a tower, which is pretty epic, by the way, for not knowing Minecraft, like, at all. It was pretty good. So, yeah, they build a tower. There's a massive fight scene. Jack Black, or Steve, comes to save the day. And then we get the whole iconic, I'm Steve. And then the audience cheers and everything. Though, I don't know why they reshot it, because I feel like the I am Steve moment was fine. Like, I know it's the trailer, so it's like, it's only showing the concept of everything. It's not meant to show, like, the entirety of the thing. But I feel like the original was better, honestly. In the trailer, I feel like the I am Steve was better in the trailer than it was in the final, but still, that doesn't really matter. Yeah. Doesn't really matter. So then Steve's like bringing them along, and we find out that the pig lady lets Steve go on one condition, to get the Orb of Dominance, which is the little blue cube. So I'm just going to be calling it the Orb the entire time. And then, yeah, so Steve introduces them to the villagers, all of that. We get a funny scene where Garrett tries to eat the chicken and try to play it off like he's not burning inside. Yeah. And weirdly enough, villagers look fine. The villagers look fine. Which is something was really surprising. And honestly, they're really funny in this movie. Like, I like the different personalities too. Like I like that the map guy, the cartographer, is like a sassy old man. And was like, and he was really old too. All the villagers have different personalities, which I love that. I love that they weren't just the same copy and paste over and over again. But then the village gets attacked and everything. Garrett's like fighting and everything. Like they're fighting. Henry and Nicole and the gang get split up. Nicole's with the lady, and Garrett and Henry are stuck with Steve, and we get the scene of Garrett forcing Steve to go to the diamonds, because obviously Garrett is failing at life. So yeah, fuck. I thought I lost everything. Anyway. Yeah, so Garrett tricks Steve into going to the diamond mines. Henry's mad at Garrett. And then there's this whole thing on a bridge. Then they get to the Woodland Mansion, and this is like one of the coolest scenes ever. So they get to the Woodland Mansion. Garrett and Steve are distracting the Vindicators and Evokers. First off, I just gotta talk about this. The Vindicators and Evokers are fucking horrifying. Like, they actually made the bad mobs like creepy, dude. The Woodland Mansion was so creepy. I loved it, but damn, dude, it was creepy. Like, the way that they're like running at Henry to the chest room was like a zombie movie with axes. It was, God, it was horrific, and I loved it, because that's what they're supposed to be. They're supposed to be a haunted mansion, like horror characters. So, you know, it worked. It just worked. So then we get the iconic scene where Garrett is fighting a chicken jockey. Again, everybody erupted at that moment. And I really liked how they dealt with the chicken jockey. Honestly, if Mojang wanted to, they could make Minecraft a horror movie. And this movie really, really honed in on the horror factor, because how they portray the chicken jockey is that Garrett basically unlatches the zombie from the chicken. I like that the chicken's also fighting, even when the zombie isn't like commanding him, the chicken still fights. I loved that idea. But also, once he dismounted the baby zombie onto the chicken, or off of the chicken, this baby zombie like started crying and like tried to trick Garrett into feeling bad for it. And I loved it. I love that. I love that idea. We need mobs like that like trick you into feeling bad for it. Which to be fair, wouldn't work because, like, obviously, but we need more stuff like that, dude. That would be insane. But yeah, so then while that's happening, Henry is in the chest room looking for another orb. And then we get one of the coolest scenes ever. The Enderman, which, again, I feel they should have utilized the Enderman more, but Henry looks into the eyes of the Enderman, and then Henry starts seeing everybody, like, he hallucinates that his group is, like, telling him that he'll never amount to anything. We get a reference to Herobrine. So, like, in the hallucination, Steve is shown with white eyes, which, like, come on. They knew what they were doing with that. I just love that they referenced Herobrine. And I'm just gonna call him Herobrine. Herobrine was telling Henry to, like, give up and everything, and just, bro, if this is actually what Enderman did, was, like, make you hallucinate stuff, bro, like, these ideas are not Minecraft, but, dude, when I tell you, that would have been, I was, like, geeking. I was like, damn, they made the Enderman really terrifying. And then Henry gets the better of the Enderman and, like, starts attacking it, which, let's be real. Let's be real. The Enderman would body Henry. Because, like, the mobs in this game, like, in Minecraft, obviously, these mobs do not have a consciousness. So, like, they're programmed to do one, like, just run at the player mindlessly. But now that you've given the pigmen a personality, you gave all the mobs a personality, I feel like the Enderman would body everyone in that group. He could just teleport behind him, but to be fair, they did have to make him win because, it's a movie. I didn't mind that they kidified the Minecraft movie, first off. So, anyway, moving on. They all escape to the bridge. It seems like all hope's lost when the pigmen surround them at the bridge, but Henry gets the idea to jump on, or no, Garrett tosses Henry onto one of those balloon things, and Steve goes with him with a slime block. I hate that. Okay, there is one gripe I have with this. He said slime cube. It's a slime block, okay? I'm sorry, but it's a slime block, not a slime cube. And I get that they're the same thing, but it's called, in the game, it is called a slime block. Okay? Let's just clarify that. Not a big deal, obviously. But, then, Garrett is, like, sacrificing himself for them and starts fighting off all the pigmen on the bridge, and then it seems like Garrett is dead. So then they go back to the village. Was it the village? This part I'm a little bit blank on, but yeah, they all meet up again. They are sad about Garrett. But as Henry and Steve are flying away, they get knocked out. They were rescued by Natalie and girl. Let's call her Sasha. We're saved by Natalie and Sasha. And yeah, it's just a massive happy reunion. and everything. But then it seems like they're winning. It seems like the piglins are winning, but then they start gearing up for a final battle. And then Natalie is placing a bunch of, or creating a bunch of iron golems to fight in the battle. And also, first off, okay, we're gonna focus on the present, but I have a gripe with this scene. Henry puts the speed boots on one of the iron golems, and the iron golem is like a super iron golem. It's so weird because it seems like they're hinting at the fact that the iron golem is like extremely special to Henry. Like the iron golem is like, I don't know, Henry's mom, which I know is out there, but they just see, he was looking at the iron golem for so long. It was weird. So the fight continues. The iron golems are charging at the pigmen, and there's one gripe with this scene. The only gripe with this scene. They say that the iron golems attack unprovoked. That's not true at all, actually. Iron golems attack hostile mobs. So, like, they would attack the piglins, but, of course, they had to do a running joke with, like, Travis, which is one of the pigmen, being stupid. They had to put a joke in there. And Travis shoots the iron golem, they all activate, and then the war happens. So they're all like fighting and everything. The piglin brute thing. What is his name? It was like something big, but the big guy is about to charge at Natalie, and Natalie's prepared to like take the fall. But the woman comes in with Dennis, which is the wolf, by the way. Comes in with Dennis, and Dennis starts charging at the thing. There's a whole bunch of wolves attacking the thing. So yeah, there's that. Henry is about to break the cube, but the thing shot at Henry, shot his cannon arm at Henry, and Henry is about to fall to his death. But then Garrett comes in on one of those, blimp things and saves Henry. So, yeah, and then they finally win. The Iron Golem guy, the powered up Iron Golem, throws Chungus up in the air, slams him down, and then they win the battle. There's a really funny joke. Oh yeah, and also Steve comes in with the iron armor, or the diamond armor, which was really cool, by the way. Looked really cool. Came in with the diamond armor and was attacking, I think her name was Grinhilda or something like that. And there was a funny thing where it's like, they were hinting at Steve being something bigger. Like, I think they were going to hint at, again, I think they were going to hint at Herobrine. Because it seemed like Grinhilda actually did have something to tell Steve. But she kept on trying to stab Steve, and Steve at the end was just like, okay, no, you're messing with me now, so yeah. So then they all go back, and they all circle the portal. Yeah, they all circle the portal as like a big hoorah. It seems like the team is gonna leave with Dennis, but then Steve decides, hey, I'm gonna go back into the overworld and bring this creativity with me to the overworld. And yeah, it's a big old hoorah and everything. And then that's the end of the movie. But let's talk about the post-credit scene. This is the little extra tidbit. First, let's talk about the post-credit scene. I think they are hinting at a Minecraft movie too. And if they are, I'm gonna be happy. Because I feel like they should do a sequel. Because this movie was so fun that they should do a sequel. Like, they need to talk about the Ender Dragon and everything. You know what I mean? Like, they need to delve into the whole Ender Dragon type stuff. Because we find out that Steve goes back to his old house. Right, Steve goes back to his old house. And then we find out that there's a new lady in there. Alex. That's right. Alex makes a cameo at the end in the post-credits scene. That really makes me think we're going to get a second movie. Because why would they tease Alex without it being like a second Minecraft movie? Just, it's going to be so fun, dude. Okay, let's talk about the little extras. So first off, Jennifer Coolidge. She is dating a villager. She gets piped by a villager, basically. Not actually, though. But she teaches the villager how to talk, and the village it scared me, honestly. When I heard the villager talking for the first time, it scared me. I was like, what the fuck? It genuinely was terrifying. Everything else, you know, the Vindicators, Evokers, all of that, the Ender Dragon had nothing on this thing. When a villager talks to you, it's so scary. It's so, like, jarring, dude. And he was talking like a old man, like, oh yes, will you marry me? Just, dude. Also, what I will mention, I mean, this is the extra section, anytime there was a cave scene, it would play a cave sound. I appreciate that little detail that they played. I like that they played the cave sounds. That was a good little touch to it. Now, onto the cameos. So first off, when Garrett is going to buy a garage from a garage sale, we do get a little auction. We get an auction scene. And lo and behold, Dan TDM appears. Dan TDM, LD Shadow Lady, Aphmau, and I forgot the other one. I know that he's a big Redstone guy, but they all make an appearance as auctioneers. Honestly, am I a little disappointed that Dan TDM and all of them didn't show up in like their Minecraft skins? Yes, but also I'm just happy that Mojang had enough passion to include them. Now let's talk about the dinner scenes, because Jeb makes an appearance. It's a very quick one, but it's noticeable. So there's a waiter that comes in and offers Jennifer and Villager a water, and that was very clearly Jeb. ginger hair and all. And then I think the second lady was a reference. I'm not 100% sure. There was a black lady that came in and like offered them like, hey, is there anything extra? I don't know if she's a reference or not. And they came back at the end when at the principal's office when you know, sorry, I'm blanking out a lot, but I like the little subtle hints to villagers loving bread, because if you guys don't know, that's how villagers mate. I also love the little touch that when Jennifer Cottage falls in love with the villager, it's little hearts, like in the actual Minecraft thing. But yeah, overall, this movie was so good. I loved this movie. It was so fun. But yeah, overall rating, I give this an infinity out of 10. It was that good. I don't understand people's gripes with this movie. It was just a good, fun movie. If you take this movie too seriously, then that's your problem, honestly. But anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. Hold on, sorry. That's all I have for you guys today. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, turn on notifications, and yeah. Keep crafting on. This movie was awesome.